Hey everybody, BlackBean953 here, coming to you with a deck profile of my friend Chris's Sky Striker deck. It's a pure variant for anybody that wants to see a pure version.
Alright, well, first and foremost, start off with Triple Ray, because, what is that? I play the Diablos variant, so yeah, a lot of people normally play 2. I play 3 because of the fact that you want this to combo off with Diablo so you can get the OTK as fast as possible. Next, like any Sky Striker, it's pretty much just hand traps.
Hand trap central.
It's just a lot of hand traps. 3/4 head.
Yeah.
Triple draw.
You don't want to see anybody draw.
I don't want them to add a bunch of crap.
Exactly.
I play one effect Veiler because, what is it? I just noticed that it helps a lot more. More monster negation is better right now. One Ghost Ogre. I switch over the ratios because I have a second effect Veiler and a second Ghost Ogre on my side. So depending on what I'm versing, like field spell heavy decks, I put in the second one of this. Monster heavy decks, I put in the second of this.
Yeah, Veiler's usually good against Goki.
It pretty much just
hit firewall.
Yeah, please. I go with the Go second variant, so I actually just main deck double sphere mode because I just don't feel like having to pay attention to big boards. Just
wipe your board.
It just gets rid of it, and what is it? The field spell and stuff can actually pop it when it comes back to you, so you can get more advantage. Double Diablos because this is the Diablos
What
variant.
is he used for?
OTKs, because what is it? You essentially open up a board, you swing with right. So that's 15. You activate Ray's effect, tributing herself, and since she's a dark, this would summon out Diablos. You would summon out Kagura'i. That normally, at that point, is around like at least 2,000, and then you're supposed to summon out Diablos. So you hit them for 75 out of nowhere, and if you've done any damage so far that game, you just win at that point.
All right, that sounds about fair.
Yeah, that's what meta decks are.
Yeah, I know.
Pay to win. Speaking of pay to win, triple engage.
So $200-$300 right there in hand.
Pretty much, yeah. This card is so dumb. I actually don't think that this is even gonna get hit. That's
a normal paycheck, basically.
Yeah. Okay, I'm one of those people that it's not me being hopeful on it. It's like I don't think that engage is gonna get hit just because of the fact that it can't be run in everything and. If they get rid of Hornet Drone, it's like there's no point in hitting this. Pure variants are fine because they still have Ray, but it can't be used as splashable of an engine anymore. Next, triple of the dumbest card in this deck, I feel. Widow Anchor. It's literally Chalice, but it's also brain control at the same time, and it's a quick play. So, next, triple Drone, just to be able to take your. Like I said, this is what I think is going to get hit just because it's so free.
Free token, free Kagura'i.
Free token, free Kagura'i. Kagura'i grabs this. Another token that just ends up being free advantage.
Yeah.
Triple Foolish Barrel of Goods because it just builds up your grave of spells really rapidly. I'm one of the people that run double Afterburner just because of the fact that with the Diablos variant, you want an open field as often as possible, so normally I search out 2 of these, blow up 4 cards, and then just swing for game. Next, double Area Zero. Similar to the concept of why I run the sphere modes, you can use this to blow up the sphere modes and get your searches. Next, I run double multi-roll just because of the fact that I can make my opponent not be able to respond to anything for a long time. Pretty much, if I get the sphere mode back, activate the field spell, blow up the sphere mode, get a search, then I activate multi-roll, blowing up this, get a Ray out of my deck, and then my opponent can't respond to anything for the rest of the turn. So it just starts getting nuts. Next for the 1-0s, I run 1 Herculean base to get draws and recycles. 1 Shark Cannon, it's spot removal for the graveyard, so in case my opponent tries to Monster Reborn, they target it, I flip this over. I either take the card for myself, or I just banish the card. One jamming wave. Back row is less effective in this format. You know, obviously, unless you're
Not
versing
many
altar
people play
guys.
a lot of back row.
Unless you're versing altar guys. But
Because you'll
besides that,
see, either see evenly matched or you'll see like
yeah, most of the decks are monster based, so it's like
Yeah.
this doesn't affect them as badly. And this is pretty much just your make sure I can get in kind of card. Ego Boost just allows you to have the card unaffected, can't be destroyed by battle, so it can save you for a full turn just to be able to live. Rhoda, it's a free spell in the grave. Foolish, dump Diablos, and Foolish Burial, goods target just for a free draw.
Yeah.
And that's the deck. That is 40. Onto the extra deck. Token. I run one Hayate. You don't want to go into
yeah,
this.
you don't need more than one of her.
You
usually.
don't want to go into this more than once. If your opponent makes you go into it more than once, you normally have lost at that point, so there's not much of a point of trying to continue past that. But it is essentially, this is engage pretty much, because you swing, do battle damage, activate effects, dump engage, and then you go straight into Kagura'i. So it loops that. 3 Shizuku. I run 3 of this just because of the fact that sometimes the game does go into the long game, and I'd rather have the potential of guaranteeing a card that I need for the next turn than not having the option at all. And Triple Kagura'i, this is your Playmaker. This is a card that I'm pretty sure is going to end up getting hit on the ban list.
I don't know if I believe that.
It's just because of the drone. So it's like they have to hit drone
Yeah,
or they
pretty
have to
much.
hit this. It's
Yeah.
one of the two. That's pretty much it. Because they're not going to hit engage. That's getting them too much money. So
True.
and now just pretty much targets for cherries. One Electromite because pendulums. One Link Karibo. I go into this every now and then actually, just because of the fact that I can get it out. I can get it rid of itself. One Phoenix, one Cerberus, one Borload. Because you can go into all these, but normally it's just for like
Yeah, you don't really need
targets.
to.
One Skull Dread. And that's pretty much all of what I have right now. The rest of it would I left the other 5 spots open because it's up to your preference of like what you notice at your locals that people are playing more. At mine, a lot of people play Pendulum, so that's why I have Electromite, and a lot of them play Goki, so that's why I would have the Noble Knight card. What was that card called?
Asode.
Asode. I just have one of my friends borrowing mine, but those are my 2 main targets I go into. But the other 5 targets are up to your preference. The ones that I have are for what my locals are, but you can easily switch them around. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Side deck is pretty much up to your personal preference. I have some text that I put in, but this one, there's not really much of a tech thing.
What would you say would be the good and the bad of the deck?
The good is its consistency. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 on consistency. It's able to constantly get into the playmakers that it needs to. Its weakness is something that I tried to fix with the deck is that it's not very good at dealing with established boards. That's why you have to run so many hand traps to try to slow your opponent down. And that's also why I personally run sphere modes, just to try to deal with established boards. It can't really push through them too well.
Any last words about the deck?
It's a lot of fun. It'll probably be around for a little bit, so if you feel like playing it, go right ahead. If you don't feel like spending $300 on 3 pieces of shiny cardboard, we are not going to hold that against you.
Alright, so that concludes the deck profile of my friend Chris's Sky Striker Pure deck. And Blackwing 953 signing out.